Goodman were very specific that they wanted furniture that had a domestic feel to it, that didn't feel too corporate. Commercial qualities that are in some of the furniture that we specify for commercial projects out, and how do you start to make it feel a little bit domestic. So simplifying some of the mechanisms, and functionally it still needs to have all the technology plugins and the height adjustability and things that you need it to function for different individuals to use it ergonomically, but we wanted it to have that simplified look of a residential piece. So when we looked at the drum and bass and we knew that 2 users would be at one position, we liked the simplicity of the bass, also the cantilever nature of the original design of it. It was comfortable to sit at, there was no obstructions underneath the table, it became intuitive for users as well in how to use it, and then we just sort of cleaned it up with a screen around it and then added a softer finish to that. I think with any commercial piece of furniture, function is what drives it, especially within workplace. It has a performance requirement that it needs to hit. So whether it's ergonomics or the technology piece, that a lot of the time overpower the design of the piece, whereas when you think at home, when you work, you're working at a simple kitchen table. So what we've tried to do is embed those 2 ideas into a single product, so having all the functionality that you need for it to perform as a workplace tool essentially, but then having the elegance of a piece of furniture that you would have at home. We needed a sit-to-stand workstation, and to be honest, I'm not normally a big fan of what's out there in the market, because it does tend to look quite clunky, and you get a bit of mess from when everything's not aligned, and you can't control what it's going to look like after you walk away. So one of the things that in the conversations that we were having in designing that piece is how can we start to manage some of that so it doesn't look messy from when other people are using it, and that's where the screen design came in. So the base and the tabletop are separate from the screen, which gives us over time, if we wanted to change the system or reuse it in different ways, be able to reconfigure it, we have that option. So we're not having to throw it away and buy a new table. We could essentially pair 4 or 8 of them together to create workstation sort of area if we wanted to. You could change the fabric on the screen for a refresh, so it gives us some longevity. Working with AWM on it was really easy to achieve the vision that we wanted, because they're so flexible and they are able to quickly adapt as well as quickly prototype options. So that was really important, I think, for the process, as well as important for Goodman's technology team to understand, how is the monitor arm going to fix to it, how are users going to use it and interface with it, and that ability to prototype to get it right for everyone was very important.